Spinning, muting. Probably should have put some music here.
Hey, hey, hey. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Booksgiving 2021. This is the second year we've done this, and that's legally the minimum requirement for establishing a tradition. So from this point on, it's tradition, and we have to do it because it's tradition. What is Booksgiving, and what in the world is happening here, and who let you on to the internet, Matthew? This is Key Life Network, and we are just getting an early jump on Thanksgiving and giving thanks. And what do we have to give thanks for? A ton, not the least of which is you, the person who listens to the radio shows, download the podcast, shares them with friends, supports us financially through your prayers. So we say thanks to you. And as a small, fun way of showing those thanks, we have books that we are giving away at the unreasonably priced price of free. It's free, and there's no strings attached, and we're going to tell you all about that. So we're just going to hang out for the next little bit and have some fun, talk Thanksgiving stuff, and hand out some books. If you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, you can put in comments, which is really cool, and we'll be able to see them, and we might even be able to do some interactive stuff with you. So let us know, where are you watching from? Drop us an emoji that represents how you feel about Thanksgiving this year, or maybe how you felt about 2021. Are you going anywhere for Thanksgiving? Let us know. Let's hang out. Let's just have some fun. It's just in that kind of pre-holiday kind of vibe where we're just kind of chilling out. If you're going to waste time with us. We're very good at it. We've gotten to be experts. Also, while we're on the front end of this thing, swing over to our YouTube page. You may be already there, but on youtube.com/Key Life Network, look for the community tab. This is something that we started doing only in the last, 6 months or so. And our man Chad runs that, and he's doing a killer job. There's 2 polls. Would love for you to weigh in and let us know where you stand on this. What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish? That poll is already going on. We've got a lot of response. I'll give you those results shortly. And I'm curious to know, who was one of your favorite guests on Steve Brown, etc. this year? We got a wide variety of folks. And if you have a favorite or one that was particularly memorable, would love to hear that. Just drop us a note right there, and we'll just hang out. The biggest question you're asking right now is, how do I get the free book? I'm glad you asked. We set that up very really streamlined kind of way. Go to keylife.org/booksgiving, and there's a form. You drop in your name, your email address, and where we should send the book. bam, Bob's your uncle. We're going to send you a random, can't emphasize that enough, random book. And it'll be there, I don't know, early next year, maybe. Allow 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. It's just a little simple, goofy way for us to say thank you and to get rid of some of these books. The man who is making all of this happen is a name you know, and but we don't get to hear from him that much on Steve Brown, etc., which is to say not at all. Mr. John Myers is hanging out with us today. John, welcome, sir.
Hey, how's it going?
Going great. Great, man.
Excited.
So glad you're here. Thanks for setting this whole thing up. That's my backdoor way of saying if this thing goes sideways, everybody knows who's right.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, this is our first attempt using this new software, and it looks like I can see the Facebook chats, and we can put them up on the screen like this from Winston. He says hello.
Winston, what's up? Coming
and
to us from Canada. What's up, buddy? Yep. Thanks for checking in.
And our buddy Lou from Mission, Texas is also there, but I'm not seeing YouTube. So if you want to chat and be interactive here, you can check us out on Facebook Live, and that way your comments will show up. We can potentially put them up on the screen with everything else. So
that's rad.
But yeah, YouTube's not going that way. But otherwise, everything's great. Everything looks. This is amazing.
That is super good. So mentioned earlier the wide variety of guests we have. John, do you have any favorite ones that you stand out to you? Putting you completely on the spot.
We just had Kyle from the Babylon Bee. That was an amazing show. Really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, and I'm looking for. Here we go. So, yeah, Babylon Bee. If you're not familiar, if The Onion and The Door magazine had a baby, and Mad Magazine is somewhere in there, it's Babylon Bee. Just some biting satire, really timely stuff. And we had Kyle Mann on, and I didn't know what he was going to be like because I'm like, gosh, the humor is just sharp and almost like a Dennis Miller level of biting insight. And he could not have been a more laid back, relaxed, congenial fellow. And this is the book, The Babylon Bee Guide to Wokeness. If you missed that episode last week before, be sure to check that out. But if you participate in Booksgiving this year, perhaps this is the book that we will drop in the mail to you. Again, we're giving away free books. Go to keylife.org/Booksgiving. Fill out your information. We will drop you a random book. Maybe it'll end up being relevant to you. Maybe it'll be comically not relevant to you. It's just our silly, simple, fun way of saying, man, thank you so much. We could not do what we do here at Key Life Network without you, without your support. So be sure to drop us comments. Keep saying hello. We're also, again, at youtube.com/Key Life Network. Why don't you just, since you're there, drop a subscribe? Wouldn't say no to that. Believe it or not, we are on our way to 7,000 subscribers. That's remarkable. And thank you for that. Thank you. Very exciting stuff. And every week I look at the stuff we post, and it's not stuff I've created, so I can say this is really good stuff. And I trust that it blesses you. So if you got Thanksgiving plans, weigh in on Facebook, drop us comments. Where you headed? John, do you guys have any plans? You just kind of hanging out at the casa?
Yeah, pretty much. I think we have a pretty tight family, so I think we're all gonna do our part and check out our testing kind of thing and make sure we're all safe and get together and hang out and do that whole thing. So I think we're gonna have right here nearby us, not very far at all.
That is super good, man. I mean,
how about you? What do you got going?
We're going to head up to the panhandle of Florida. We have a bunch of relatives there, and that's the extent of what I know of our plans. So
sounds like my life.
Yeah, that's my schedule. That's our schedule. It's like a flashlight with like really weak batteries. I'm like, I can see where the next step is, Next week, further out? Nah, son, not right now. That's not our season of life.
I find out that I have plans through my mother. My wife doesn't tell me I have plans, but my mother says, "Oh, by the way, you got this going on."
Yes.
Wait, what? I do? And then I ask my wife, she says, "Oh yeah, we have that thing going on." So I'm just, I'm here for the ride. That's how I look at my life.
I feel you, man. That's the subscription plan that I had signed up for as well. Beware. Okay. Wear what? All right. Great. Family pictures this Sunday. All right. I'll show up. You let me know what to do. Oh man, it's good to have be married to a good planner. People who are on top of stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what we are going to eat when we go, or what you're going to eat there at your house, John. But there's a poll that I mentioned earlier on the Key Life YouTube page, youtube.com/Key Life Network. Hit the community tab. This is something that posted just 2 hours ago. Chad put this up, and again, he's just crushing it on our YouTube community. It's almost time. What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish? So right now, the options are turkey, dressing, yams. Just start me with dessert, or I'm going to throw it all between some bread and watch football, which I hadn't thought about till now, but now that's got to be my go-to plan. Dressing is killing it at 50% of the votes. So if you have an opinion on that, feel free to weigh in there. Also, if you have any favorite SBE guests that we had this year, let us know. Let us know who resonated with you. And I'll tell you, one person who resonated with us in a big way was Preston Sprinkle. We had him on talking about transgenderism, and I mean his ministry is so amazing, winsome, showing so much love, trying to build community, however humanly possible, regardless if anybody agrees or disagrees. It's like, you're welcome, you're loved. It's just an irresistible invitation. He just blew our minds, and we had him back. We'll have repeat guests when they have new books or whatever. Eric Metaxas seems to write a book about once a month. It's like Nicolas Cage movies. Like, what book did Eric Metaxas write this month? So he's prolific. But Preston, when we got to the end of that conversation, we were like, oh, wow, we could talk for another hour. And so we did. Just about a couple of weeks later, we said, could you come back and talk to us about this? Because there's so few people who are in this space and talking about this in this particular way. And the book is called Embodied. Super good. If you participate with us in Booksgiving this year, maybe this is the book that we will drop in the mail to you. Who knows? Completely random. Maybe it'll be a book of theology. I don't know. I don't choose them. But the address is at the bottom if you are interested in a free book. Guys, when I say we have a lot to give away, we got a lot to give away. We really do.
Everything you see around Matthew is to give away.
This is
all these piles.
You can't even see the top of this. It's structurally unsound. There's a good chance it could tip over and wipe me out. So help us move these books. We would love to bless you with them. Every guest who comes on, with a few exceptions, has a book, and guess what? They collect, and we want to say thank you to you. And this is just a small way. We'll cover shipping. There's no hooks. There's nobody's going to knock on your door after you get this book, whatever book it might be. So please join us. Come on, throw your name in the hat. We'll send you a book. And then once you get it, give us a shout back. We'd love to know if it was like the perfect book, or if it was comedically irrelevant to you. Could happen. Who knows? So
we're not sending EE over to their house?
We're not sending...
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
That's right. Tell us what you're eating for Thanksgiving. Maybe I will be over.
There you go.
We've talked about this a bunch, but I think it's still worth mentioning again. The Key Life app, it's so cool, guys. Basically, the whole website of keylife.org, it's right here. It's right here. We're in front of our computers a lot, but when you've got downtime, when you're waiting for the light to change, I didn't say that. That's other people. I don't do that. I do that. The Key Life app, it's right there. You can watch videos, you can listen to audio, you can read the articles. It's free. Mr. John Myers, again, the evil genius behind the whole thing. Is it for Apple? Yes. Is it for non-Apple? Mm-hmm. So if you go to keylife.org/app, check it out. Listen, bonus pro tip. When you download it, it's going to say, hey, could we send you notifications? Give it a tumble. Give it a try. Roll the dice. We send out a little message every Monday and then either Thursday or Friday. Little quick thing to say, hey, don't forget, God is not mad at you. You are loved. You got this. Here's some encouragement from Steve or one of our other Key Life voices. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Check it out. keylife.org/app. Sorry, my mind went on vacation there for a little bit. Yeah, rock and roll. So another one of our guests this year was a guy named Eric Schumacher. He writes a lot with Elaine Fitzpatrick. John, help me out.
Yes, Elise Fitzpatrick.
Elise Fitzpatrick. That's what I said. Yep. Sorry. Show brain. So this is one he wrote by himself. It's a short story. It's a quick read. I guess you would consider it a novella. Whoa. It's about a woman in a not a retirement home, an elder care facility who is struggling with dementia. Whew, guys, this is really powerful. Eric just has such a just a sensitive heart and towards the female spirit, and can write from their point of view. He's such a gift, and he's written a lot of great books with Elise Fitzpatrick. But this is one, again, he wrote on his own. It's narrative fiction. It's just a made up short story, but there's so much truth in it. It's so touching. And what blew my mind is, John, I don't know if you remember this. He goes, yeah, I just had this idea and I ended up writing it in one day. I'm like, wait, what? I liked you up until that point. And now you tell me you can just write a nice book in one day. Get out of here. Get on out of here. Tell me you struggled with it. Tell me I
struggled with emails in one day.
Crazy. Again, if you participate in Booksgiving 2021, perhaps you'll get this book. Yeah. Let's see. Do we have any more votes? Any other comments?
Oh, we got our friend Kendra Fletcher. Said she jumped up on YouTube to say hi.
What the what? Kendra, thank you for.
She was on our show, not this year, but the year before.
Guys.
On Steve Brown, etc. Yeah.
Guys. You're going to thank me for this. Please listen. Go to keylife.org and do a search for Kendra Fletcher. Her writing is so personal and so real. Gosh, just listen. Read one piece. One piece. That's all I'm saying. Read one piece from Kendra, and you're going to go, oh, I get it. Also, Matthew's a genius for turning me on to this. So it's really good. We actually just featured Kendra in our weekly email. We call it Key Life Connection. Again, there's no cost. There's no obligation. We send it once a week. Most marketing people will say you could send one a day, two a day. Like, thank you. That's a little crazy town for us. Thanks. We're a little bit more low key. Once a week, maybe twice a week if we hit you up for something at the end of the year. Just being real. No, it says, hey, in case you missed it, here's some great articles. Here's a cool video. And again, Kendra's was one we featured this week, actually. Good stuff. Go to sign up for it. Would you? keylife.org/subscribe. John just put the digits right there. Check it out. If you don't like it, cancel it. No hard feelings. No hard feelings from this side. So, I feel like a comic, little stand-up comic doing a 1-hour special. Except I don't have a laugh break. There's no applause or anything there. So giving away books, go to keylife.org/booksgiving. Get yours now. Another guest we had this year that just, I thought about for a long time after he spoke was Robert Wolgemuth. His book was called Gunlap, and the story of the Gunlap is in track and field in a race where you're going around the lap a whole bunch of times. Apparently, on the last lap, they fire the gun, so you're like, "Oh, this is our last lap," and it's a short hop to understand how that could be understood as the last lap in someone's life. Somebody who's in their 70s, 80s, 60s, even. We don't know when your gun lap is, but you're certainly closer today than you were yesterday. So if that's true, therefore, how do we finish our race well? And he was not writing from an academic point of view. He'd gone through some really serious medical stuff, and just everything he said was just so warm and winsome and gentle. I don't know. I really can't put my finger on it. I've talked to some people about it. I can't even put my finger on what it was exactly about it, but everything he imparted was just really meaningful. And so if you're even 40s, 50s, 60s, right, you're approaching the part where there's less ahead of you than there is behind you. It's kind of a bummer, but listen, this book really has some good thoughts on that and making the time count. So again, if you participate in Booksgiving this year, maybe that's one that you'll get. Who knows? John, have you done looking past this particular holiday of Thanksgiving? Are you a Christmas buyer, a header person, or are you a last minute guy?
We typically buy our stuff throughout the year. Like we'll see something cool and we'll throw it in the closet, kind of thing. But that
Genius.
doesn't mean we're not the last minute shoppers too. So like we'll buy certain things like this looks really cool. Let's put that away till Christmas, and then it gets lost in the closet and you forget you have it. So then you know having to rush around and try to find. Didn't we buy something for them?
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's we do a little bit of both.
Yeah.
For the most part, we Amazon a lot. So the guys kind of, know us by face now. It's like, hey, what's going on? Have a nice one. So yeah, we definitely enjoy that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, we do a little bit of both.
Yeah, the online shop. My worst when I hit rock bottom. I was out and about on Christmas Eve, buying for a nephew. Nope. Buying for a colleague that you forgot. Nope, not that either. Buying for the wife.
Ooh, yeah.
Buying for the wife. Less than 12 hours. It's a singularly bad feeling. Like, you know what? You messed up this time, buddy. You messed up. So take your leg. And I think it worked out. I don't remember any, kind of withering looks or anything, but by the grace of God, I think it worked out. But listen, now more than ever, just like you had said, the online buying. Oh, thank you. And listen, if you are buying something, say on Amazon, there's this thing that is way cool where you can buy your stuff. Let's say you want to buy a teddy bear. All right. I don't know if the kids like teddy bears anymore. $20 teddy bear. Okay. There's a program called Amazon Smile that will allow you to buy your teddy bear for the $20. The price isn't any different. There's no hoops or anything, but a part of that purchase, they kick the money back to Key Life, right? No cost. There's no nothing extra you really have to do beyond hitting up keylife.org/Amazon Smile. It explains everything, and then from there forward, if you're buying something, again, no extra cost or effort, puts a couple, fistful of change in the Key Life coffers, and we thank you for that. And over time, it really adds up, and we are, a nonprofit, so little ancillary ways like that, it really does help. So thank you for considering that, especially if you're about to sit down, do some serious online shopping, knock this thing out. Go to keylife.org/Amazon Smile, and that'd be awesome. Really appreciate it. So another guy we had on the show this year was Matt Hurd, and not only on Steve Brown, etc., but he was with us hanging out a full week on Key Life teaching, and his focus, his mission is really about living life to the fullest. And so when he was on the show, we discussed this book. It's called Life with a capital L, Embracing Your God-Given Humanity. And I'll be honest, Life with a capital L, I'm like, gosh, it feels a little high school guidance counselor, if I'm not being too ugly about it. Probably too ugly. And I don't know. I remember something about like that was not his choice for the title. I don't know. Whatever. Forget the title. The content is so good. It's so good about embracing our humanity and how that's a good thing. That's a God thing. It's very empowering and inspiring. Maybe this is a book that we will send you. I don't know. But if you want a free book, who wouldn't want a free book? Go to keylife.org/booksgiving. It's all a part of our annual tradition. I'm just going to go ahead and say it's annual tradition. Booksgiving 2021. It's just a way of saying thank you so much for everything you do to help us do what we do here. A comment on a post, sharing it with a friend, giving it a like. These are little things, but it really does help in the mysterious universe of social media content that we live in. So thank you for that. Really appreciate it. I mentioned this earlier, but haven't for a few minutes. The YouTube community page for Key Life, youtube.com/Key Life Network. Go there. You can see sermons without fail. Every time we post a sermon from Steve, it just blows up, gets huge views, and why wouldn't it? He's so gifted and speaks with such warmth and love, and so wonderfully and uniquely communicates the wonderful message of God's grace and how freeing it is. There's episodes of Steve Brown, etc. Again, for the last year and a half, 2 years, it's Mr. John Myers who has brought that to the video era. And for better or for worse, you can actually see us doing that radio show that's heard nationwide every week on 250 some odd stations. There's a whole bunch of really cool stuff. So hit subscribe if you would consider that, and we sure would appreciate it. And hit the community tab. There's a couple polls up right now, and very serious topic of Thanksgiving food. What's your favorite? And dressing was winning, and hey guys, it is pulling away. It is pulling away into the lead with 55% of the vote. And you know what? I can't blame you. I mean, it's all good. It's all good. Certainly look forward to Thanksgiving, and I eat too much, but I'll burn off those calories when I fall asleep on the couch watching football. So there it is. No judgment.
Matthew, got a couple more comments here.
What you got?
Kendra responded with, she says, you were super kind for all the kind words, and she just writes for strugglers like her.
Yeah.
So,
keep doing it, Kendra.
Greetings from Leanne.
I see it. Yeah. Hey, Leanne. Greetings to you.
Heart from Kimberly.
Yeah. What's up, Kimberly?
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and also on the other side, Terry says over on YouTube, she says, "Is this something new? I've never seen it before. It's cool to get more Key Life voices, family. Cool. More from Key Life family, the better. Unfortunately, I've never done anything online. So this is a yearly thing we do.
Yes.
It's now a yearly thing we do.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll post somewhere after this broadcast. Somewhere we'll put a link to last year's Booksgiving. So you can compare them and go, didn't really get any better. Interesting. But I have the wildly historically inaccurate history of Booksgiving. Started way back with the Pilgrims. Completely made up, but possibly entertaining. Maybe not. We'll try to post that link. If you see the link to Booksgiving 2020, definitely check it out. It's the best thing that came out of 2020. So if you want a book, that's what we're here just jawing on about. We'd love to send you a book to say thank you for supporting Key Life. It's easy as going to the link below, keylife.org/booksgiving. Give us your name, tell us where to send it, email address. We're golden. We'll take care of it. From there, we will send it by carrier pigeon or by bicycle or by some means. We will get it to you. Another guest we had this year was Dr. Dan Allender and Kathy Lorzell. They're very respected counselors. And I had heard about Dan Allender for years and years and years. He's been on Steve Brown, et cetera, many times. And, seen about it, heard about it, but haven't in the Matthew era. We've not been on a show together. And so we had Kathy and Dan on, and wow. If you're somebody who has been in a position of, I've had past wounds, and maybe they're like seriously traumatic stuff. Maybe it's stuff that nobody would call, oh, that was like outward abuse, but it's still valid. It's still real. It still clings to you. And you haven't been able to shake it off yet. It's all real and valid. Then this is the book for you. It gives you a lot of hope to say those wounds are not the end of the story. In fact, you hitting those and facing them face on and going through that may deliver you to a place you didn't even dream was possible. It's really serious emotion, heart stuff that they talk about. And especially this time of year when the sun seems to be setting at about 2:45 p.m. And you're like, wow, things really are dark, literally and figuratively. Things are like the sun's giving up mid-afternoon. You're like, why shouldn't I? Check this book out. Maybe we'll send it to you. Maybe we won't. I don't know. Even if we don't, do find a copy of it. It's called Redeeming Heartache. Just one of the bajillion books that we are giving away, a part of Booksgiving 2021. We'll probably only hang out here a few more minutes. If you want to give us a comment or say hello or drop an emoji or something, feel free. And this will continue after this broadcast ends until we'll put a date on there. We got to cut it off at some time, I guess. But listen, we're not going to run out of books for a long time. We got a lot of them, and we would be more than happy to send you one for free. Maybe we'll throw in a couple extra other fun things. I don't know. So we have different kinds of books. We have books from guests. Sometimes we have books that we give away as gifts as an organization. This is one of those. This is from several years ago. I don't know what the book is. It's just a nice hardcover book. They wouldn't put a bad book in hardcover, right? They put those in paper. I'm just kidding. Maybe that's a book that you'll get. I don't know. But again, go to keylife.org/booksgiving and you'll forget about it, right? You'll enter in your name and your address and your email address, and you'll forget about it. And then someday in the future, January, I don't know, maybe February, you'll be like, oh, this is an okay day. And then you're going to open your mailbox and go, oh, I forgot. Booksgiving 2021. It came true. Here's my book. Rock and roll, man. One other little freebie thing. Because we try to give away as much as we possibly can. We put together 2 magazines a year. One is a digital magazine. That means it's not committed to paper, but it's still good. And another that is printed out, and we send it out. And the digital one, for the time being, you can access immediately and for free. If you go to keylife.org/digital magazine, you can get that immediately, and check it out. Let us know what you think. John, I'll put you back on the spot. Is there anything you're hoping to get? Shifting gears back to Christmas. Is there anything on your wish list that if you could wave a magic wand, you would get?
More lights. I don't know.
If somehow,
The older I get, my wish list gets smaller and smaller. It's like
yeah.
you kind of find the things that you have less hobbies, I guess, and then on top of it, you get to a point in your life where you just kind of you get the things you want when you want them. You don't have to. You're not waiting until that Christmas moment. So
Do you ever
I'm
do
a
the thing?
difficult.
Yeah. So John, if you don't know, does an elaborate and amazing light show. I mean, I'm talking like putting up Christmas lights. I'm talking about music, synchronization, razzle dazzle, legit stuff that goes on TV, event stuff, and it's sick. And I hope maybe he'll put it online. This it's really cool. It's really cool. And
Thank you. I appreciate that.
yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. So let's see, after Thanksgiving and before Christmas, you know how everybody makes up holidays, not like the real traditional holidays like Booksgiving. One of those things that has become in the last 10 years kind of an event. It started with Black Friday. Black Friday's been here for a long, long time.
Yep.
That evolved to Cyber Monday, where it's like, here's all our deals and stuff on the Monday after Thanksgiving. That got to be a thing. Still is a thing. So what that spun off was something called Giving Tuesday. And Giving Tuesday, simple enough, is a worldwide event where people give to nonprofit organizations. You've bought all your presents, ostensibly, and bought all the stuff for you. So why not give back? So it's this big thing. It's become a thing. So who are we to not hit you up on Giving Tuesday? But in all seriousness, between this period of time right now, say Thanksgiving through the end of the year, Key Life actually ends up realizing upwards of 10% of our giving happens in the last month or so of the year. It's a really important time for us. And if you would consider making us part of your Giving Tuesday plans, we would sincerely appreciate it. And you have our word of honor that we make those dollars go a long, long, long way. I have experience in the independent film community. There are folks known for making dollars stretch. They got nothing on Key Life Network as far as being responsible and making sure every dollar does the maximum amount of good. If you would consider helping us in that effort, you can go to keylife.org/Giving Tuesday. You can wait until Tuesday. You can also just do it right now. Keylife.org/Giving Tuesday. Keylife.org/give. Both of those things are up and live, and we welcome your donation of any size. You can give one time, you can give ongoing. Listen, and if you can't give, don't give it another thought. There's a lot of places those dollars need to go. And if you can send some to us, great. If not, and even if you can, please pray for us. We would really covet those prayers. And we know that you guys support us in so many ways. Again, as we've said before, the giving, the watching, the listening to the shows, the downloading, the telling a friend, all of that is what makes Key Life Network and the programs that we produce day after day and week after week possible. It is not possible without God's blessing, which comes through you and your support and your words of encouragement. Cannot overemphasize how important and valued they are. They keep us going, and we really do sincerely appreciate that. And that's what led to Booksgiving. If you want to get a free book, last call. Go to the link. It's a small thank you for all of your support and all the things that I just mentioned. And looking forward to some really, really exciting things coming towards the end of this year and early next year. More details on that as they get here. And in the meantime, thank you just one more time. Thank you, John, for hanging out with us and making the show happen. Thank you for watching and putting up with the silliness for 40 minutes. Are you kidding? You got to get back to work. What are you doing? What are you doing? Guys, that's Booksgiving 2021 for this year. Thank you so much. This was a blast. I can't wait to do it again. And we will see you next time. Be sure to swing by our digital front porch sometime soon at keylife.org/nothing. Just come on by. We'll see you guys.
It's Key Life.
Key Life.
Make sure you go and fill out that form. It's real. I mean, there's nothing to it. It's free. It's nothing. No catches. Just
Nice.
tons of books and not many people there. So let's go.
Love it.
All right.
Peace.
See you.